So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever this video or you are streaming this live from. This is 10:06 Nigeria time, Lagos, Nigeria, and welcome to today's session. So for those that missed out on last session that we had yesterday, you can go on YouTube and watch the session. I actually analyzed two stocks there, and I gave my reasons why I am looking at those stocks. So for today's session, we'll be going through what we have for today, which is why is your stock portfolio red. So right now I'll be sharing my screen so that we can tag along together. So without wasting much of your time, let's just go straight to the point. So the theme for today's program is why is your portfolio red? Okay, I know right now the Nigerian stock market is facing a bearish market or something like a consolidation or consolidating market, and most people are worried. They are worried, they are scared, they don't know what to do, they don't know what should be their next plan. But in this video, or rather in this live session, we are going to trash that out, and after by the end of this session, you should be able to understand why your portfolio is red and how to how to go about it, or how to get out of that situation, or how to become a better investor. Okay, so here are 5 common reasons why why the stock prices are falling. Okay, so the first one is profit taking. The next one is interest rate. The third one is investors' fear. The fourth one is economic pressure. And the fifth one could just be a normal market correction. So I'm going to be explaining all these things in details so you can understand how these things potentially affect or play a role in the stock market. It doesn't necessarily mean the Nigerian stock market. It also plays a role in the US stock market. Name it, every stock market or every market you can think about. Okay, so let's start with the profit taking. What is profit taking? In a simple term, profit taking is when investors sell out their shares for profits. It's just that simple. That is what is profit taking. When investors sell out their shares for profit. And then if you notice, most of the calls I usually drop on this Telegram channel, you find out that I usually tell people that they should sell at this point. Okay? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should sell 100% of your portfolio. But once we get above a new high, it's advisable for you to sell some of your shares. Because after a new high, you will get what we call a retracement, which can lead to the market, which can make the market start declining. Okay? Now, I don't know, let me break this in a simple term that would make you understand better. Now let's go into the Nigerian stock section. Now let's take some stock that actually called. Okay, let's go to this section. Let's check out some stocks that have actually called. These are my watch list. Let's check out the First Bank. Okay, I actually called First Bank at around 15 naira thereabout. So let's head over to the monthly time frame. Now, when I call this, okay, let's go to the weekly. Let me see a broader part of this. Okay, I think I did that analysis strictly on the weekly time frame. Now, when I call this at around what, 50 naira. Okay, that is something around there, 50 to 55 naira, something around there. Okay, I can't really get back to the Telegram channel to look out for that now. But I call this around this price. Okay, now That's good. Now, I said the area at which I want people to take profit is what? This area here. That's around 81.85. Okay. So what do some investors do? They cite this next high, which is 81.85. Most of them take profit at this area. Then sometimes the market might just react in this way right now. Now, what is actually really advisable for most smart investors, or what I usually tell investors to do, take your profit, close some profit at this area. Let's say you bought 10,000 shares now. Let's say you bought 10,000 shares of what? First Bank at 50 naira. That is 10,000 times 50. That's approximately 500,000. Now, what happens? We went above 81.8. We went to 81.85. Now, what do you do? Very simple life. Sell at least 60% of your 10,000. That is 6,000. 6,000 times 81.85. 81.85. That would be amounting to 400. That would be I'm coming. 6,000, sorry, times 81.85. That will give you 491,000. That is close to 100% of what you invested. Remember, you invested at 50 naira for what? 10,000 shares. That's what? 500,000. Abi? 50 naira times 10,000. That is 500,000. Now you are selling 60%. That is 6,000 times 81.85. That's you are selling 491,100 naira total. Now you'll be left with what? 4,000 shares. Now imagine you let the market stay till today. Let's use today's rate, 140. What we are seeing here, 140. Look at it here, 140. Abi, looking at 140. Now, if that is not quite visible to your eye, you can check it here. Look at it, 140. Good. Now, this 140 will be giving you what? 560,000. Understand? Now, the market is retracing right now. What do you do? Now, this thing has gone from that position that it is right now, or that I said you should take profit. It has moved to what again? It has moved to about 82%. Now, let me make this visible. It has moved to about what? 82%. Look at it, 82%. I don't know if this is visible enough. Come in. Let me try and make it way more visible to your eye, or for your eye to see. Okay, so if we can see it here, we'll see that we have gone up to 82%. I don't know what is wrong with this, but let me try to reset it. I want us to get a full glance of this very well. I want you to see it very well. So let me say apply default first. Okay, now look at the default. Look at it. We have gone from that area to this area. Now at 82.13%. Now, what will happen? Most investors will start selling. Now, if we look at this chart now, we can see this black candle now. Means they are already selling. They are already selling. Now, I'm just waiting for prices to what? Retrace back to this area. Once prices break this area, we start seeing heavy sell. We'll start seeing the market start selling heavily. Once price break this area, that's around 122.1. You start seeing the market selling what? Heavily. You understand? You start seeing it selling what? Heavily. That will bring us to other things that I say can potentially what? Cause the market to start bleeding. Now imagine you have stocks like this everywhere, distributed everywhere, and you did not buy at the right point. You might be facing things like this. Imagine, because imagine, you don't have early information, just like the ones that I used to drop on this group. Then now you went along ahead and you bought at this range. Now you start seeing that the market is bleeding. Now, what is happening here? People are taking profits. Most people that bought at this rate, most people that bought at 150 now, they will be in deep shit right now. They might have lost like almost 10 to 15% of what they have. Now look at it. They will lose like 6.67. They are trying to be bleeding. And this is where most investors fall. They don't have what? Early information that gives them early entry. And when you look at most stocks that I drop, you see that they don't usually fall below probably 20%. Because one, I usually buy at a very good discount zone. And a vast majority, 60 to 70%, usually go very, very well. In business, we have wins, we have losses. You understand? Now, most investors, when they are taking their profit, just like I explained here, your portfolio will start bleeding. And that brings us to the what? To the example that we have here. You can see the example that we have here, that if you buy a stock at 50, if it rises to 125, you gain 150%. You might what? Decide that I have enough and you want to take profit. This is why most of your stock or your portfolio is bleeding. Now, let's say an investor that has like a large amount of this share. Let's say someone like Otedola. We all know that Otedola has a large copy of or a large share of what? Of First Bank. Let's say he that has a large share of First Bank, just like Otedola now, sells off his own share of the stock. Now, what will happen? The market will crash. This can cause your stock to start bleeding. Okay, especially if you buy at the wrong position, just as I've explained earlier. That those people that bought at 150, they are buying something that have been what? Overbought. Okay, overbuy. Okay, something that they see that what? That's already overpriced. Sorry, understand? So they are buying something that is what? Overpriced. Now, if we look at the RSI now, let's check out the RSI now. You can see that it is what? Overpriced. Let's check out the RSI now of this stock. So let's see the RSI. See it. Over what? It's now overpriced. Are you seeing it? It is over what? Price right now. And the RSI is indicating that the market will be moving in a bearish form. You can see it again. This is just one indicator you can still use, but I don't advise people trading with indicator anyway. But it's just one indicator you can use. Okay. Now, the next one is what? High interest rates. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Now, what is high interest rate? When the government try to move up, or the central bank try to move up the what? The borrowing money, the lending rate high. Now, once they increase the lending rate to a particular amount of money, some investors might see other opportunities in other fixed interest investments. Understand? Let's say CBN now declares that, okay, interest rate has moved from 20% to 22% or 25%. Now, what is this signaling? Now, this is signaling that your treasury bills, your commercial paper, most of your fixed income will start going high. Okay, will start giving you what? Higher interest. Let's say before or back then, your interest rate for treasury bills is around 16%. Now, government has raised it by 2%. they might add 2% to what they have. Okay, now once they add this 2%, most people might want to sell out their shares to invest in this fixed income, especially if the shares, especially if this is what they have, they are already in enough profit. If they're already in enough profit, they might want to do that thing. They might want to sell out those shares and invest in fixed income. So this other one too can also what make the price of shares decline. And as you can see here, you can see I said if you have 10 million, if a fixed income offers an attractive return, you might think, why take so much risk in the stock market when you can just put it here and you are sure of your return, especially if you're on profit. Now, this is this is how most investors actually think. They might say, okay, why am I keeping this money here? I bought at naira, I'm already at 150. Why am I keeping this money here? So what's up? I will sell these shares 8% of my, and I'll transfer those money into a fixed income. At least I am sure that I'll get my money back. Instead of me to keep risking my money in the equity market, I prefer this one. Now, this is the reality of how these things actually work. Now, that is the second one. The third one is investors' fear. Now, I said sometimes investors sell simply because they are afraid prices will keep falling or will fall further. Okay? Now, this is another reason why most cases you start seeing that the markets keep declining for days. However, this one good thing about the Nigerian stock market, it can rise more than 10% daily and it can fall more than 10% daily. So that is one thing. This is to make sure they are able to control the way money go in and come into the Nigerian stock market. Okay? Now, let's say you wake up today and you see that from 150 we went down to 130. From 130, the next day we went down to 110. From 110 we went down to 90. What will you be thinking? You say, okay, see, I've been losing 20 naira. 20 naira. Do you know what's up? Let me just sell. Now, most investors might also feel this way and sell and sell as well. Now, this can also make the market price decline. And guess what? This price declining can actually start from profit taking. Just casual profit taking. Then it might not extend to this. That is just the reality of life. It might start from profit taking and then extend its wings to high interest. Let's say after a long time bull run in Nigerian stock market, probably the government think that they should just raise the interest rate or something, and this thing just come, they came together at the same time, or it just suddenly happened at the same time. They will just do what? They will take profit and they will invest in fixed income. Guess what? And the first profit that they took and invested in this place can cause panic that will lead to what? Investor fear, which will cause another panic that will lead to the market to keep what? Declining. Now, the fourth one is economic pressure. Now, how does this play its own role in the market? Okay. Now, companies operate within the economy. We all know that one. When things become difficult, interest rate rises, means the borrowing rate gets high. Understand? They are unable to pay up their loans and all these things. Energy price rises, means the cost of fuel gets to a peak where it gets very difficult for them to fund their business, the naira weakens, raw material becomes expensive, consumers spend less, customers spend less. All these things can contribute in making a particular stock decline in price. Because how does this actually plays its own role? Now, let's say the financial record that came out from that stock became very bad because they need to spend more money on expenses. Now, when these investors are analyzing it, they will now start saying that, but these companies, they are not really making gain. Do you know what? So let me just remove my money from here. You understand? Say, let me just remove my money from here quickly. It's like this company is facing a lot. Investors don't care about how you get to do it. That one doesn't even concern them. They'll just remove their money and go. Let me remove my money from ABCD stock and just leave. Now, this can also make price decline. And all these things can just follow themselves like this. You understand? Now, the last one is just a market correction. Just a market correction. The market just felt like, do you know what? We had a long bull run. Let's just have a bear market, then we continue again. This is just a clear example of it. Let me look for a stock that we entered twice. Okay? That I called out that we entered twice. However, I did not call it out, the second version, on the free Telegram group. But I called the first one last year. That was around, it was around 22 last year that I called it. Yeah, around 22 naira. Somehow around July time, thereabouts, it was around 22. So let's look for July. June, July, thereabouts. Yeah. I think that was the first stock I called out. It was around 22. Okay. Look at it, July. Exactly. Look at July 7, 22. Now, what happened? I said they should take profit at around 30. Which happened. And immediately after 30, it went up. That same day, that same week, it went up to like 36. Then it started coming down again. Now it is correcting back. Now, what happened here? The price actually declined as well. So this one is just normal market correction. It can just happen. And it can make price. You can plug price to the end as well. Okay? Now that is the last one. So what should you do? What should you do as an investor? How do you get out of this? And that is the main thing that we have to talk about today. So I said what? Don't panic. Find out why the price of that stock is falling. That is why you need someone to guide you, especially if you are a novice in this game. You need someone to guide you. Okay? Recheck your analysis. Like, I found out that insurance companies were performing woefully. I wasn't, good with their performance. What did I do? I reviewed my analysis and I told the people on the premium that, okay, we have like 2-3 insurance stocks. Do you know what? Exit those insurance stock and I will replace them with newer ones. Okay? And that's what I did. I reviewed my analysis, I did everything, and I replaced them. Okay? That is if you understand how this thing is. And consider the price at which you bought. Now, that one is where Owando falls in. We are still holding Owando on this Telegram channel since last year. But why am I still holding it? I believe that Owando is still going to do well. Okay? And I am still considering where I actually bought it, like 14 naira. I think presently it's at 30 something. I don't know, thereabout. Let's check Owando. Okay, 34. I bought it at 14 naira, 34. So I'm just losing like 5 point something or 6 naira on each Owando stock. So I'm still in that stock because, the price at which I bought that stock is still a fair price. Like I said earlier, that most of my stocks don't go down below 20%. So I'm still like, okay, fine. I still have the ones that perform well, that have covered up for those ones that are not doing well. Okay, so I can still stay there. Okay, so consider it. If it's okay, you can do it. Then if you can take profit, if you have profit there, you take. Then if it's not just good for you, just exit. Okay, this is what you should do. Okay, so for those stocks that we bought on the free Telegram channel, do not worry. If there's any adjustment, I'll let you all know. Okay, so red doesn't really mean bad, but you just need to understand why you are having that red in your portfolio so that you can address it properly, so that you don't sell a good stock and later you now say, I wish I knew, I wouldn't have sold out. Okay, so understand how the market works, know why your stock is bleeding, and know how to go about it. So that'll be the end of today's session. So if we have any question, let's just all trash the question together. Let's trash the question together. So I'll be unmuting you so that you can ask your question. So if you have any question, please let's have it so that I can give you the answer. And if you understand, then I'll believe that is good. So I can see just one pair. Okay, Sam, Mr. Sam, do you have any question? So we can trash it out together. If you have, I have. Yeah. I'm no longer mute now. Abi, allowed to speak. Yeah, you can unmute it from your own side there. Can unmute it from that place.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't think. Yeah, I've done that. I don't think I have any question.
Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear. The information is clear and better.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Did you buy any stock from the ones that I called out? Have you bought anyone?
The only information I had from the channel that I just checked yesterday was the Zenith and the Zenith.
Okay, you watched the recap of yesterday's session.
Yeah, that was why I just watched the analysis you did. Yeah. Okay. The analysis you did on the Zenith and the GTC.
Okay.
I check, and since most of the stock I have, I've sold them out because I don't think I have any more from now.
Okay.
I don't think I have any more from now. Yeah.
All right. Did you make profit on them?
Yeah, they were okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. That's good to hear. All right. Since you understand, so
do I think I don't think I have any.
You said?
And what? Also, you mentioned the channel earlier that you share the free. You mentioned the channel earlier this week that you share a free stock on the channel, but I can't find the channel.
The channel.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
to find the channel.
Yes.
Okay. The channel is here. It's not far from here. So I don't know if your Telegram is showing in this manner. So if it's showing in this manner, you can see the channel here. So this is it. Under.
Should have this. Let me see. Finance.
Okay. So if you just go into this place, then you should be able to see it.
Okay. No, the last one I saw there, that should be July 22. The one I'm seeing on this is July 22. That was the Transcorp.
Okay, on that stock group. Yeah. You know, what happened right now is that we have moved from sharing anything here into the session. So I want it to be an interactive class where we can talk together. You understand? So that you can see, instead of me just sharing stocks for you guys and you guys are buying blindly, it's better for you to come to the class and understand why you are buying so that you can make your own decision if it actually meets up to or it actually matches mine. You understand?
Okay.
So it's preferable this way.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for
your time. Thank you. Okay. So the session. See you guys on Monday morning, 10 a.m. We're going to be having the analysis for next week. And we're also going to have another session like this on Thursday. It's supposed to be Monday and Thursday, like I said, but this week I'm somehow busy, so I had to just do both sessions yesterday and today. But starting from next week, it will be Monday, the live session, just like this one, and Thursday. It will be Monday, the live session, just like yesterday's own. Then Thursday would be a bootcamp, okay? Every Monday and Thursday. That's what we'll be having now. So if you want to know the next stock I'm going to be buying, come on Monday. If you want to learn how to go about your finances, then come on Tuesday. Then if you are not available, you can always watch the recap on the YouTube channel. So have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.